In this video, I'll be telling you about illegal ways to make money. But of course, this video is for educational purposes only, so under no circumstances should you attempt anything I say here. This video is just for educational purposes and to give you guys an idea of what some people do to make money fast. Now, these people, I usually refer to them as career criminals, and I think that's actually a thing now where you can have a criminal career, but you don't actually go to college to get a degree in it. So if you're interested in seeing how some people make a lot of money very quickly, then stick around to the very end of this video, as that's what I'll be talking about. Now, by the way, guys, I'm doing this video for fun, okay? Don't take this one too seriously. Also, for each illegal way I mention in this video, I'll also be mentioning what you can do to protect yourself from this happening to you if possible. So it's for educational purposes and also helping you to avoid getting scammed and protecting your money. Now, if you're new to the channel and you're seeing me for the very first time, or it's the first time that you're watching one of my videos, then my name is Ian and I post personal finance related videos here on YouTube every day. So if this kind of content interests you, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you don't like this kind of content, still give this video a thumbs up, because this is actually different from my normal content. I talk about ways to make money illegally every day and not illegally. So thanks in advance for the thumbs up, I'll really appreciate it. And also consider subscribing to the channel, and that way you'll be able to get the updates of when I post new videos. And I'll be posting a new video here on YouTube every single day. Now, before I start and I get into this list, I want you guys to comment down below and let me know what are some ways you know that people make a lot of money really fast. Comment down below and let me know. Now, again, if I haven't already made it clear enough, let me put it this way. If you attempt anything in this video, you most likely will go to jail. So don't do it. It's not going to be worth your freedom. Now, I have a lot of content here on this channel, over 200 videos and counting, with a new one every day, and they are mostly about making money and starting some kind of business. So take the tips from this video and use them to avoid getting scammed or something, but don't attempt anything I say here. So the first one on the list is swiping. Now, if you don't know what swiping is, it's just a way of getting credit card or debit card numbers and cashing out at the ATM. Now, I know you must be thinking, Ian has lost his mind. How could I ever talk about these things? But this is actually quite popular. In 2018 alone, over 24 billion US dollars was lost or taken by these criminals. Now, every year the number of cases rises, and most people have already been victims of swiping in one way or another. I've also been a victim of swiping before. Somebody took $8,000 from my credit card once and went on a shopping spree and did a bunch of ATM cash advances, bought fuel at every single gas station they could find. I think maybe they were driving a tanker for all the fuel they bought, and they also bought some expensive $1,600 weave and went to a steak dinner for two courtesy of my credit card. Now, luckily though, you never really lose money because the bank or the credit card company reimburses you or puts the money back in your account once you can prove that you weren't the one who made those purchases. However, swiping is a big deal now. Now, if you're wondering how I know all this stuff, I've spent a lot of time in the tech world and field, so I know about many of these technologies beforehand, and I always think about how safe or unsafe they are. So there are two main ways that criminals can go about doing this. They can go on eBay, and this is probably the easiest way to do it, and purchase an RFID reader, which, by the way, is completely legal because it was meant for other purposes and not swiping. And they can also purchase blank cards and a card programmer, which again are completely legal because they were intended for other purposes. So they can go to a public place and simply sit and have coffee while they scan the area for debit and credit card information. Now, chances are you have a new debit or credit card with the tap and go feature. This is the danger. Criminals can also tap and go. So the criminals will get your information and program it to another card or a blank card and go do the same thing that you do every day. They will tap and go. Think about it. When you tap and go at the gas station or at the supermarket, do they ever check your credit card or ID? Chances are, unless you're purchasing alcohol, they don't. And so the criminals can do this all day with several hundred different credit cards and make a lot of purchases. They then sell these items for cheap on the black market for cash, and nobody ever knows. Now, the second way to go about doing this is to get on the dark web and purchase this information. Criminals can purchase dumps of people's credit cards or debit cards on the dark web and go do the same exact thing. They can clone the cards and go to ATMs and cash out. However, again, disclaimer, you will go to jail for doing this, so don't try it. Now, how do you protect yourself here? The best thing you can do is to purchase an RFID blocking wallet or case for your credit or debit cards, and this blocks the signal from ever going out. Also, cover your PIN when you use the credit card machine at gas stations, because this is where criminals will insert a tiny magnetic reader and also a pinhole camera. Yes, a camera the size of a pinhole to record your PIN, and this way they can later clone your card for cash advances or ATM withdrawals. I'll also be leaving a link to some RFID blockers below in the description. Now, this way of making money allows criminals to make 30, 50, and if they're working in groups, then $100,000 in a single day is quite easy. Now, also, I just mentioned the dark web, and if you've never heard about it before, then that's good for you. And if you have heard about it, then I would also strongly advise that you don't go to the dark web. It's crawling with criminals, the FBI, and undesirable people. Also, if you attempt to connect to the dark web from your home computer, well, that's a whole new topic for another day, but just stay away from the dark web. Now, the second way that people make money illegally, which is more subtle, is by tax evasion. So each year, the IRS loses over $450 billion or thereabout to tax evasion. Now, a lot of people do this, and then in 5 to 7 years, they go to jail, and I can't understand why people keep doing this. So this works when a person has a cash business, like the laundry business I made a video about 2 days ago. If you're in a business like that, you'll get paid in cash, so unless you report your income, then nobody knows how much money you actually make. So some people will make, let's say, $100,000 in a year, but they'll only put $50,000 on the books. Now, this means they only get taxed on $50K, and the other $50K goes into their pockets untaxed. Sure, this seems appealing, but if and when you get caught, you lose your property because the IRS starts seizing everything. You go to jail, and you may also be charged penalties for doing this. So if you're a business owner and you have a cash business, whether this be a barber shop or a car detailing business or anything really where you accept cash mostly, then don't be the person who reports less than what you earn, because these people usually get caught and they pay a hefty price in between jail time and fines. And I've also heard that prison isn't always fun, so you don't want to go there. Now, how can you protect yourself here? Well, that's easy. Report everything you earn to the IRS. I oftentimes receive a lot of bonuses from banks or credit cards throughout the year, and people have the idea that if it's not in the thousands, then you don't need to report it. Well, I always do. If I get $200 as a bonus, I'm going to report it. I'd rather pay 40% of that in taxes than have to worry about going to jail in the future or fearing being audited and then eventually having to pay it and additional penalties. Now, the next way of making money illegally is by claiming dependents that aren't yours on your taxes. Now, this could be claiming someone else's kids on your taxes or anything that you can claim as a deduction that you shouldn't really have. Now, this way you may get a higher refund and have more money, but when you get caught, and you will get caught, you'll be facing jail time and you'll also be paying that money back plus additional penalties. So instead of extra money, think of this as a loan from the IRS. The only thing is that with this loan, you not only pay interest, but you pay it with time, jail time. Now, I've come to understand that this is quite popular and people do this a lot. So if you know anyone who is thinking about doing this or doing it or about to attempt to do it, then do them a favor and talk them out of doing it. They'll get the money now, but they'll get caught eventually. Now, the next way of making money illegally that career criminals use is by doing money laundering. Now, this works in many ways. Someone may approach you, maybe you're a small business owner, and offer to pay you a lot of cash to launder money for them. So this works by them saying something like, hey, if you take this money and run it through your business as sales or some other way, I'll pay you maybe 10, 20, even 100K just to make it clean. Now, this may sound attractive. However, prison time is usually around 35 years for this kind of crime, so you definitely don't want to get caught up doing this. Each year, over $300 billion is laundered in the US alone. Again, this may come to you even if you are a small business owner, so be very wary of friends or strangers offering to give you some cash for doing something like this. Now, I don't want to make this video long, so I'll mention one last way that criminals make money illegally, and this is from identity theft, which is almost a $2 billion a year problem. So again, the dark web is where you can purchase people's entire information in dumps, so it's very, very easy. They can then create an ID with their photo on it and your information, and then they go take out a loan, purchase a car, and do just about anything. So think about it. When you try to get a loan, right, apart from your social security number and your ID, what else do they want? Usually nothing else that criminals can't make up and use. So identity theft is a big problem, and that's why so many people or hackers target the credit agencies, because if they can get to hack them, they can turn people's information into a gold mine. Now, to protect yourself, you want to have some identity theft protection insurance, because this way you'll be able to recover any funds lost if your identity is compromised. And there are also monitoring services that will scan the dark web for your information. So if it's ever listed for sale, you will find out. Now, again, all these are very bad and you will go to jail if you try any of them, so don't do it. And I probably won't make any more videos like this one. So I hope this helps you to understand how easy it is for criminals to get your information or to make money easily and quickly, and you can do more to protect yourself from this happening to you. Now, if you're wondering why people choose to do these things when they know they will go to jail if they get caught, the answer is, well, I don't know. There are so many ways to make a lot of money illegally today, so there's really no excuse for doing any of these things. I hope you guys found this video helpful in the sense of avoiding these illegal ways of making money. And if you'd like to see more videos about making money illegally, then give this video a thumbs up, as that's the way these videos get recommended to more people here. And I'll really appreciate it. And also, don't forget to check out some of my other videos here on the channel on credit cards, banking apps, savings accounts, investments, and of course, more ways to make money, or ways to make money legally. Also, don't forget to subscribe and be sure to turn on all the notifications if you haven't already done so. And that way, you'll be able to get the updates of when I post new videos. And remember, I'll be posting a new video here on YouTube every single day. I'm also leaving a couple links down below to free stuff and free cashback offers, which includes that link to RFID blocking wallets. So be sure to check the links down below in the description for all kinds of free stuff. Once again, I hope this video was helpful. All the best, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.